just some of the things that we do here. Integrated pest management is a holistic approach to keeping pests and pathogens out of your grow. There's a lot more upfront work, a lot of due diligence to be done. You've got to have the right tools to be able to do that. One of the main things you're going to be doing is a lot of scouting. One of my favorite tools is the Dynolite. I think everybody knows about these now, but they're a really wonderful product, and if you can see the screen, I can get a really, really great close-up of just about anything I would need to look at. So things like russet mites, we don't even like to say the word here, but things like that are not visible to the naked eye. And I've had people swear up and down that they were strong on their integrated pest management, they didn't have any insects. I brought a Dynolite out, and sure enough, they had some kind of horrible russet mite, gall mite, something like that. And so it's really important that you have these tools on hand because they're going to save your grow. So here I can take photographs. It's got a nice little button here, super simple to operate. I can take video if I want. And then with a really super clear picture, I can send this off for proper ID if I need to an entomologist. Because believe me, I don't care who it is, even the professional entomologists have trouble sometimes being able to ID some of these insects. We've got something else over here that I really like that I also use for scouting, and it's this little Carson pocket microscope. And these are great because they can go in your pocket, go out into the field, into the greenhouse, into your field grow, whatever. And it has an attachment so I can attach it to my cell phone, and again I can take pictures, because without a really great picture there's no way you're going to get an identification on your pest. The difference between attacking an ornamental thrip versus a western flower thrip or something like that, it's a whole different ball game from aphid to thrip to mite, and what's going to be able to attack those and control them effectively. And so you really got to start off with a really great positive ID. This is great for going out into the field, and like I said, with the attachment with the cell phone, it's fantastic because again, you've got something to show your entomologist. It's got an LED, so you can use it really easily. I've got old people eyes, and so it really helps me be able to look at my samples and see what's going on. You'll see a couple of other meters over here that I like to take into the field. This is a par meter. You don't want, you know, your standard lumens or foot candles or anything like that. You want light that plants care about, and light that plants care about is photosynthetically active radiation, and that's about 500 to 700 nanometers as far as the spectrum range that you want to use. That's what plants care about, and so this will give me an accurate readout for what light the plants can actually use, because I could put a bunch of the wrong kind of light in there and not grow great plants. For my greenhouse, it also gives me a really great idea of what my daily light integral is and if I need to supplement with additional lighting. Something else that I really like is my handheld thermometer, and I can use this. It has a little laser, it's a pointer, it's super simple. I can point it at something and it's going to tell me immediately the temperature of that. If you're using LEDs, you may be familiar with the fact that they don't put out a lot of radiant heat, and so you may have to run your room a little bit warmer than you normally would. This is going to allow you to tell what the actual temperature at the leaf surface is. And so are you driving transpiration or are you not driving transpiration? And so if you need to cool your room down, turn up the temp, you'll know that information. You've got to have those data points. We also have a microscope. You want a good microscope? Again, this one will attach to my computer, and I can take photos, video. If you're doing IDs, we do soil samples to see if our beneficial nematodes are multiplying and staying at a good rate for us to take care of fungus gnats. You need a microscope to do that. You can't see that with the naked eye, and there's no way you can get a good count on what you're doing. So if you're buying biologicals, they're expensive. You want to know if they're working. When they get here, take a little sample, get them under a slide, and see if you've got what you purchased. We do the same thing with all of our compost teas. You know, after 24 hours, have I grown the microbes that I'm expecting to see? And so you're going to probably have to up your game on your microscopy as well. That's not something that a lot of people are tuned into, and it takes a lot of practice, a lot of experience to determine that. So don't be shy to ask people for help with that. But again, all these tools are going to give you the data points you need to make decisions on how to go forward with your growth and your integrated pest management.